Welcome to the underground, you rebel scum. This is the American Expat. This is a very different video than what I set out to make today. But in light of the news that has come out from Alphabet, the parent company of Google and YouTube and all of that, I guess I wanted to express some of my thoughts on that as someone who is directly affected by it. Let me explain what exactly the news is, just in case you haven't heard it. I'm sure that you have if you spend any time on YouTube at all. So back during COVID, apparently the Biden administration began pressuring Alphabet, Google, Facebook, or not Facebook, but YouTube. I'm sure they probably did it to Facebook as well. They started pressuring them to censor anyone who was expressing thoughts or doubts or whatever about COVID. And this only continued after the COVID situation, and people were censored for political opinions that were not in alignment with what the Biden administration wanted. Apparently, according to Alphabet, they resisted these pressures, these efforts by the Biden administration to censor people, but eventually they had to give in to the pressure. I don't know how I feel about that, because, I understand Google, Alphabet, Facebook, or YouTube. These are companies. They exist. They're not people. They don't have feelings. There are people that work there that have feelings one way or the other. But as an organization, as a company, it doesn't have any feelings. It exists for one purpose, and that is to make money. They can have all the corporate slogans and mottos and whatever that they want. In the end, their existence is all about making money for the people that own it, the shareholders. And with that in mind, I can see why they would give in to the pressure from the federal government, who's basically telling them, like, we're going to shut you down. We're going to ruin you if you don't go along with what we're telling you to do. I wish that they had had more of a backbone to say, you know what, go right ahead. If it means, we're going to stand by our principles. But of course, Google is not a person. So it doesn't really care if I get censored. And it's really frustrating because I kind of knew that this was happening. I knew, but at the same time, I'm nobody. I'm just me. I'm just some guy with a camera. I don't have any influence. I don't have any power or money to be able to go after anybody when I think that this is happening. So it just happened, and I just had to eat it. A lot of other people got completely removed from the platform. I guess now they're putting something together to try and bring those people back. But at this point, it's too late. I mean, if you were growing on YouTube and they shut you down, you're not coming back. It's not like you're going to just suddenly come back. I had shifted gears, of course. A lot of you who have been with the channel long enough noticed I switched to making videos about cameras, something I am interested in, but it was not really the focus of the channel. Neither were politics originally, but that's kind of the way that we went because that was safer. I mean, they hit me with some strikes during the whole thing, and it wasn't even me expressing my own opinion. I just happened to read some comments from a viewer, and they hit me with that. I tried to explain it to them, and they didn't care, of course. So I do think sometimes, if not for the throttling and all the games that they've played, what it would look like right now, probably not all that different from what it is, but you never know. What if I had been allowed to grow instead of being throttled the way that it has? I guess we'll never know, but it is very frustrating to hear that. And my frustrations aren't necessarily with Google itself, because again, Google as a company doesn't care. It's not something that has feelings, and no matter what, like I said, their slogans say, it just exists for the purpose of making money for the shareholders. The people that I'm really upset with are the people in the government, the people that we trust and we count on to protect our rights as American citizens, as human beings, the people who, instead of protecting those rights, trampled all over them. I would like to know if I'm on some kind of a list of people that they decided that had to be silenced because I was over in China and I was just talking about what was happening during COVID, or when I came back and talked about my own personal political opinions, which I can't imagine the political party. I don't even know if it's the whole political party. I know a lot of people are going to say, yeah, Democrats are all bad, but certainly the people that were in government at that time, they certainly trampled all over our rights instead of protecting them. Our rights, as I said, as American citizens, as human beings, the freedom of speech. I don't expect Google to just allow any sort of speech on their platform. But we're not talking about Google here. Google was pressured by the government. Again, the people that we trust to protect those rights. They're the ones that were working to take it away. And I guess that they succeeded to a large degree. I hope that there is going to be some accountability here. I'm not looking for Google to pay some huge price. I don't like that they went along with this, but I do hope that there is some accountability with the people that were in the government who we trusted to protect those rights, who instead betrayed us. And I hope there's some accountability. Especially looking at it, these are unelected officials, people that we didn't vote for. The person that did get voted for by the American people, I guess, Joe Biden, was, I don't know where his mind was, but it certainly wasn't on his job. The auto pen was doing the job, and the people behind the scenes were probably the ones responsible. I don't know if this came out of the FBI or intelligence agent. I don't even know. Of just the State Department. Who is responsible for this? I don't know. I would like to find out. I feel like I should probably file a FOIA request or something to see if I'm on a list. But it'll be, there's nothing to get back at this point. It's been, the damage is done. I don't even know what the damage is. I would like to know the full scope of the censorship and exactly what Google did at the behest of the federal government to trample all over our rights. Was it just, I don't know. I know there's silo. You could be shadow banned. There's the throttling. I've noticed a lot of strange activity on my own channel. I could watch it. You would have likes, you'd have views, and they would disappear. You could see people tell you, they've got the notification bell set up and they don't get notifications. Subscribers disappear. That could be normal. A lot of that people just unsubscribing because they don't like what I have to say, but it raises a lot of questions, doesn't it? I would like to know. I would like to know what happened, and I hope that this is the end of censorship, but I'm not confident that it is. I don't know. You can't trust any. That's something that has really come out of this, the distrust of the government. And I remember when I was living in China, I used to joke around with people because, the Chinese government, it's so corrupt. That would never happen in America. Or, just thinking like, I'm going to go back to America and then I'm going to be able to freely express my opinions. And then to return to America and have to eat my words because I somehow, I don't know how, I had an easier time sharing my opinions in China than I did in the United States, which is supposed to be the capital of the free world. Well, these people, they made a joke of it, and they played that joke on all of us. So I hope that there's going to be some accountability, and I'll post this on this channel as well as the Great Tong. I know this is different from what I have been doing. I don't know at this point if there's any real reason to continue making videos. There are a few people that come in, but if they've been throttling it and they've been censoring things, using the algorithm to make sure that traffic is directed away from anything that I might have to say, then why would I want to continue to make content that benefits them in any way? I know that they make money from advertising. I know that my contribution to that is minuscule, but just the same, why should I contribute to them when they have actively worked against me to make sure that I don't succeed? I know they're saying that they appreciate conservative creators or people that contribute on that side of things. I don't know that I really consider myself. What do you even consider yourself these days? I don't know. But somebody decided that was the way that I lean politically, and they decided to censor me. So we'll see. I'll have to think about what I'm going to do. I'm sure a lot of you are saying, "Oh, Rumble, go over." I'm on Rumble already, but we'll see what we have to do. I guess I'll leave it at that. You'll have to let me know what you think. Have you experienced this kind of censorship? Have you noticed this censorship? How do you feel about this censorship? Go ahead and put your answers to those questions or whatever you feel like sharing in the comments below. Make sure you give it a thumbs up to the video. Subscribe if you're interested in anything that I have to say, and I'll leave it at that. I'll see you guys in the next one. ไฟพะวงหลงเฝ้าสาวเจ้าบางประกงทางห้วยงงหลงเกอหาโอเวรกรรมจำพราก